this is Kelle with Zen of Sleep, and today we're going to do a video on how to clear out your sinuses. Sinuses kind of have to deal with the irritants in life as well, so if you're having a lot of irritation in life, you may find that your sinuses are a little stuffier, or this is winter and we're dealing with a lot of colds and flu and congestion. We are going to use our Schumann 78.3 fork, and we use our gem foot, our quartz gem foot on the bottom to really deliver the vibration to the body and just really help to even clear and activate the points using that quartz crystal. So to start out, we're going to start on our top of our head, a little bit behind our ears. And if you go up kind of in the middle, use your thumbs, you can feel like a little indentation kind of at the top of the back of your head. So we're going to start right there. And we hit our fork. You can use your hand, or you could use a rubber activator if you don't want to make your hands sore. Sometimes that can happen. And we just place it on that point, and we just wait for the vibration to run out. This point is great for opening the sinuses. It's also great for memory and concentration, and it even is an insomnia point and helps to calm the mind. When the vibration runs out, we're going to move just a little bit back and to the right, just a little bit, about a finger width from that center point. And if you want, you can start there and just kind of move like diagonal backwards to the bladder 8 point. The bladder 8 point also deals with sinus congestion. So we'll just do it on both sides of that central meridian. So we're hitting both sinuses. So we're just kind of waiting for the vibration to run out here. And then we'll get the left side that's on, same thing, kind of diagonal back from that central point that we did first there. And sometimes the point will feel a little tender. Mine on my left side feels a little tender, so I can feel that. And if it's a little tender, if you want, you could do it a second time, but I wouldn't do it more than twice. So we can just add one more time and just wait for the vibration to run out. And then from there, we're going to move on to the face in the actual kind of upper part of our sinuses here along the brows. So I'll start kind of on the right side, and you can either leave it or you can kind of move it back and forth a little bit. I kind of turn my fork on the edge, and this is a quartz foot made in Germany. It's a very highly engineered foot, very good quality, and it just has worked better for me. I've used metal foots in the past, and they just haven't seemed to work quite as well as this quartz foot does. So I really have enjoyed working with the quartz feet. And so I'm just kind of starting on the right side of the inner part of the eyebrow. I moved through the middle, and now I'm kind of on the left. If you have like any sore spots, and you've been moving it, you can pause on that spot and just let the vibration just kind of run out on that spot. So right now, I'm just kind of on the very front part of my brow, just on the other side here. And these just work directly on the sinuses, just sending the Earth's vibration, which is the 78.3 and the Schumann resonance. And we're sending that directly into these points to help heal and clear these points. So right now I'm on the very tip of my nose, kind of where your glasses would go. This is the diaphragm point. So this just helps with breathing overall, just kind of helps with being able to take a deep breath, relaxing the diaphragm. And in another video we'll do specifically on the lungs, but right now we're kind of sticking to the sinuses. So right now I'm kind of on the inside corner, kind of in between the nose bone and the corner of the eye, and we're just kind of on that sinus point right there. It's number 467. It's just another sinus point. being that it's a small area, you know, you can move it if you want to. It's a little bit harder, but you can kind of move on it, and sometimes you'll feel that tightness and maybe that point's a little sore or tender. And then I'll get the other side. Okay, so now we're gonna do a couple paired points, starting on just kind of like where the nostril kind of indention meets the bulbous part of your nose. I guess that's the best way to put it. That's point 61. We're gonna kind of start there, and you can either move it or you can just hold it, whatever feels best to you. So I'll hold it on that point, and then once the vibration runs out, I am going to go underneath the cheekbone to its paired point, which is 16, up here on the top of the ear, where the ear hits the head. Kind of rub there, and I'll just kind of go back and forth between those points. I might have to hit my fork again to get the vibration going, so I can kind of go through this a couple times. But these points help to open the nasal passages, and the 16 point where I'm at right now helps to decrease secretions, which could be mucus, sweat, whatever. If you're trying to decrease any secretions, that 16 point right above the ear is a good point for that. So now we're gonna do the other side. So I'll hold it first on that 61 point. And then we'll just kind of go underneath the cheekbone all the way up to that 16. I do tend to rub the 16 point. It just feels really good. And so if you want though, you can hold it there. Whatever feels good, whatever you find out. We're all a little different. So same thing. We'll just kind of go back and forth between that 61 and the 16. And it just really helps to open those nasal passages. And next we're gonna do a couple other paired points. 38, we'll start here, which is kind of halfway down on the laugh line, which is the large intestine point. And it helps you let go the irritants, which our sinuses also help to let go, but it also helps to lubricate joints, increases your immune system, and also decreases inflammation in the body. And then we're gonna hit the paired point, which is just right above the corner of the mouth, kind of just directly in line with the other one, but it's just in a little closer to the nose, you know, straight across from where we were before, and then straight up from the edge of the mouth. This is 17, which is the adrenal point. And it does a lot of the same things as the 38 point does. But it also helps to lower stress as well, because it does deal with the adrenals. So sometimes, you know, the irritants in our life causes a lot of stress. And sometimes that will show up in congestion and sinus congestion. So I'm doing that 38 point right now, which again is about like right here on the face in the laugh line. You know, just kind of about right there. And I'm doing the other side. And then I'll move into 17, which is just directly in, straight across, but in line with the top of the mouth, to get that adrenal point. And then the next points we're gonna do is the liver and gallbladder paired points. A paired point just means they support each other, just help each other out. So both of those, you know, are kind of, they're only on the right side of the face. Take the side of the nose, go directly out just a little bit. And you can go rub them back and forth if you would like. Sometimes rubbing back and forth helps to bring a little collagen into the face and circulation as well, so it gives you a little bit of a facelift. or you can just kind of hold it in each one of the points. So one's about like a finger width away from the edge of the nostril, and then the next one is just like directly under the iris of the eye and just straight across. So just straight across and underneath the eye from where we were before. But the liver also helps our immunity, helps our body detox. So it helps the body in other ways as well. But the liver also helps to direct the flow of energy throughout the body to our sinuses, to our lungs. So if we're trying to direct energy somewhere, doing this liver point is really great to help with that. And then we finish with the 0 point, which is in front of the ear. You could either pause and stop here in front of the ear, or you can circle around the ear, and then you're kind of getting into the lymphatics as well. And doing the 0 point, it helps the body to set in the formula that we just did. And I'll, you know, if I am doing circles, I usually do kind of 2 sets of vibrations for that. But it's also helping the lymphatic drainage in the face. And we'll do the other side. So I kind of start there for a second. And then it's always going down. You don't want to go up because that would be against the lymphatic. So you just go down. I'll just do it one more time. And if you have hearing aids, this would not be a good thing to do with them in. You may want to take them out. And if you have any osteoporosis, also doing the tuning fork is not very good for osteoporosis or over broken bones or metal parts in the body. So from here, we're going to move down to the rest of the body. So we'll do that in just a second here. Okay, now we're ready to get to the rest of the body. So we're going to start with lung 7, which is about 2 fingers up from the wrist crease on the thumb side, and you'll see that there's like a bone and then there's an indentation. So we'll just go right into that indentation there. So this lung 7 point helps with mucus, phlegm. It also deals with cough and asthma, and it helps to also regulate and strengthen the lungs. So it really supports the whole system. So it deals with mucus not only in the sinuses, but also in the lungs. So I usually just kind of rest my arm, and then I'll do it again on the other arm on that same lung 7 point in that kind of divot there, and make sure it's on the thumb side. From here, we're going to go to the large intestine 4, which is right on the hand in the thumb and forefinger area. So I'll just kind of hold it there. And it deals with allergies, sinus congestion, cold, flu, headaches, and it helps to regulate and strengthen the immune system and lungs. So if you find that you have a headache, this is a point. If you don't have your fork, you can always just pinch it and just take advantage of that acupressure point. So it's just in that soft area right between the thumb and the forefinger. And we'll just kind of let it run out. The next point that we're going to do is similar, does the same things, but it's just pairing the points. We're just kind of increasing, setting that, well, before I get it going, just to set the formula and what we're doing. So you go up the thumb side and then kind of go out on the crease of the elbow. So you're not kind of inside the inside, but kind of just on the outside. And that is the large intestine 11 point. So we're going to hit that point, and it does the same things as the other large intestine point. I can feel that one. That point is a little achy on me. So I I just kind of make sure that the vibration totally runs out. And then we'll get it on the other side. So same thing on that elbow crease on the thumb side, but kind of on the outside a little bit, you know. You haven't hit the bone, but there's kind of an indentation in there. You can feel it's just kind of achy there. And then the last point we're gonna do is stomach 40, which is the phlegm point, which is halfway between the knee and the ankle. So halfway between and about 2 fingers over. And that is where that stomach point is, that phlegm point. It helps to reduce phlegm and mucus. And it helps with cough as well. So it'll help just regulate the phlegm and the mucus in the sinuses. So we'll get the other side. And this is our last point. Using the tuning fork has helped me with multiple issues in my body, with pain and health and all kinds of things. I've used different types of face reflexology tools on my face, and I've found that doing the tuning fork has just helped so much better because it's directly sending that vibration, that energy into that point, and it just seems to have so much more power behind it and so much more healing potential. And it just has helped me a lot with healing, and I've just used it in multiple ways. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. We are doing continual videos on different areas of the body. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave any comments below. Or if you have any suggestions of other information that you would like us to cover in the future, you can leave that there as well. We will also have a link below where you can purchase a tuning fork, our 78.3, which is a little bit lower of a hertz tuning fork, which the body has less resistance to, so it accepts that vibration just a little bit better within the Schumann resonance. And again, thanks for being with me today and helping to heal your sinuses. Take care.